Hello YouTube, Saint Bob here of Saint Bob's YouTube channel. This is going to be a very quick tutorial just to show you guys the basketry crafting skill, and we're going to be gathering some of the grass around here to use whilst creating bins and creating any pouches that we may want. And also we'll be showing you how to actually build them and set permissions on them so that you can use them as banks, use them as vaults, so that you can only use them, or do it so that the tribe can use them or the public can use them. So we'll show you how to do that. First of all, what we need to do is we need to go to this grass over here. Any grass will do, doesn't need to be in your tribe village or anything like that. And go to the resources tab and right click to loot it. So whilst that's doing, we should be collecting around 4, so we need about 4 handfuls, and we do have a big pile over there of grass which I will be using, but just simply to show you how this works. This is where grass actually comes from, so let's go ahead and just put this on there anyway. There we go. Okay, so let's go and take some of these. What we need to do is have a look at what it is we actually do need. So for us to create, let's have a look. We'll create a Pawalu grass pack, because this is the biggest pack that you get to actually create right from the start of the game, and then all the ones after that are ones that I've got from skilling up. So we'll go with this one. So for this, the tools wise, we need a lasher, we need a weaver, and we need 1 portion of grass and 1 portion of grass string. Grass is fine, we've got loads of it here, so we can use that, that's not a problem, but we need to get grass string. So let's have a look at what grass string requires. It requires 10 grass thread. So we need to go and make some grass thread. So let's click on the grass thread in the crafting button here. We need grass, so it's 1 grass, and I believe it gives us either 5 or it gives us 10 thread. So let's go and pick up some of this grass that my lovely tribe has already got for us. There we go, so we've got 3 there after that one, so let's go ahead and start creating some of these. Let me just open my pack, there we go. And you see there I've managed to get 10 grass thread, so let me just finish these off, and we'll end up with 30 grass thread them, unless I fail. Lovely, so we've got 30 now, as you can see there. So let's go to grass string, and let's make some grass string. Let's try again. Apparently it makes you stop the production if you go off the menu and go on to a different recipe, so that's not too good, and it seems that I failed to craft that, so we now need to go and do it again. Crafting failed, this is not good. There we go, so we've got 1 there, lovely. Right, so let's go to what it is we needed. So it was the grass pack. We need 1 grass string, we've got 5 out of that, and we need 1 grass. So let's go and pick this up, the one that I collected earlier, and then let's place that by clicking on the resource tab into the materials. So right click and that'll populate it 1 out of 1. Go into the backpack, grass string, let's right click and that'll populate it to 1 out of 1. We also need to make sure that we do put our tools into these slots here, otherwise it won't work. So let's right click on the wooden lasher and the bone weaver, and then let's click craft. Hopefully it's going to work straight away. There we go, lovely. So we have a pack there that we've created. Now one thing to note with this is that you can't move it when things are inside it. So if you want to move it, you need to move it first before you put in things inside it, otherwise you need to take everything back out and then move it then. So let's go and let's go to that craft window and let's pop this on the floor. There we go, so that's the new one that we've created. Let's open it up just to show you that it does work. And let's pop this in there. There we go, done. Okay, lovely. Now that pack's done, and you can use that now, and there's no problems with that at all. But the actual pack itself is open for anybody to open and take anything they want out of it. So in order to stop that, let's right click on the pack. Let's go to permissions, and let's set it to private. Private means that it's for you only, and nobody else can use it. So that's good for just storing valuables, storing things that you want to put in as a bank, for example, or a vault to keep all your things secure. Friends, obviously, people on your friends list can use it. Tribe, anybody in your tribe can use it, and public obviously means that it's open to anybody. So let's go with private, and that's that. And you'll get a message, you have set permissions for this object, which means that it is now set. One thing to note, that when you are the creator of the basket, then you can change the permissions. However, if you're not the creator of the basket or the bin or the pack, then right clicking will not give you the permissions option, because you do not own it. You didn't make it, and you don't own it. The other thing to mention is that if you do create a bin or a basket and you put it in your inventory straight away, and you don't alter anything at all, you don't put anything inside it or anything like that, and then you trade it to another player, then the ownership of that basket or bin goes to that new player that you've traded it to, and they can set permissions for it. So that's kind of how you can do that. So it doesn't require every single person in game to be a basketeer. It just requires one person to be able to trade it to whoever they want in the tribe. So that's really it. Really, there's nothing more to say about basketry. It's quite simple. Obviously, it does get a bit more extravagant the higher you actually get. For example, I've managed to acquire some different things, helms, for example, and they require different tools, different plates, and different materials. But that's as you progress. But apart from that, everything's covered with that. So thanks very much for listening, and there'll be more videos to follow. Saint Bob signing out.